She tapping out again. She's quitting on her team again. The facts was she had not finished any season. Her rookie year with the Sky, she tapped out. She did not finish with Unrivaled. She tapped out, didn't even show up to the playoff games.
Angel Reese is delusional if she doesn't think that her teammates, don't see what's going on and probably despise her. Because we heard, man, earlier this season,
Angel Reese is in turmoil after being suspended by the Chicago Sky, and the reaction has been explosive. From questionable injury claims to sitting out key rivalry matchups, she's quickly becoming one of the league's biggest disappointments.
That's it. I've done what I had to do. I don't need to stick around for all this losing. She's been saying her back hurts. Nobody knows anything about the injury. Nobody knows.
Fans are starting to wonder whether Reese is still focused on basketball or if she's just another social media personality in sneakers.
You can constantly post on Instagram what you're doing. You can constantly post on Instagram your fashion. Like, you could constantly do all of these things where you need your back, except use it on the basketball court.
Remember, Angel Reese entered the WNBA with the hype of being a once-in-a-generation superstar, the Bayou Barbie destined to lead the Chicago Sky into a new era. But instead of living up to that promise, she's become Meltdown Barbie, and not in an entertaining way. The franchise invested heavily in her, made her the face of the team, and branded her as the future. Now fans are left asking the obvious, does she even care about basketball anymore? Because from where I'm watching, it seems like she's more focused on Instagram aesthetics than chasing playoff victories.
And then this season, post All-Star break, it seemed like that is all she cared about. She realized this team stinks. Tyler Marsh is a bum. Jeff P's a bum. They all stink. I'm not taking that away from her.
Now let's talk about this so-called back injury. It's the most puzzling situation in the league, mysterious on the level of a Bigfoot sighting. She's been day-to-day for weeks, yet there hasn't been a single real update. No MRIs, no rehab footage, no recovery timeline, not even a half-baked doctor's note on a napkin. Just complete silence. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky are sinking fast, stuck at the bottom of the standings with a dreadful 8-24 record.
That Angel Reese basically quit on the team. That's how I feel. That's an opinion, not factual. It looks like it. I think that they are probably not too pleased with her.
The Sky were eliminated from playoff contention as early as June 2024. June. Do you realize how terrible you have to be for your season to already be over before summer even kicks in? And while this train wreck was happening, Angel Reese wasn't on the court, wasn't contributing, and didn't even bother to act like she cared. Instead, her time went to Instagram posts, Reebok promos, and showing off fashion fits, pretty much everything except basketball. Fans were desperate for a leader, but what they got was a vanishing act wrapped in designer clothes.
No matter what, the Chicago Sky will not make it to the playoffs. So whether you show up now or later or earlier, you had to miss enough games so that the blame could not be on you.
The league pushed hard to sell us on this rivalry. Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. Two rising stars, head-to-head, the battle of a new generation. But how can you be someone's rival if you're never even present? Clark shows up. She's transparent, accountable, on the bench when injured, motivating her teammates, leading huddles, giving updates. Reese? She disappeared. She's not a rival, she's a rumor. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Especially when Angel Reese is missing these blown layups that literally are costing them games, making all these terrible plays, refusing to pass the ball because she's so bent on keeping up with Caitlin Clark. She's putting she's grabbing the ball and putting it back up.
And the wild thing is, this pattern isn't even new. She's been rolling out injury excuses like clockwork for 3 years now. You could practically set your watch to it. Back in her rookie season in 2023, when things got tough and Caitlin Clark started pulling ahead in the Rookie of the Year race, boom, out of nowhere, Angel had a wrist injury.
So we start calling it out. Hey, are you quitting again? It appears you're quitting again just because your team not good. Just like rookie year, once you realized you stood no chance to win Rookie of the Year, you quit.
She couldn't even finish the season. How convenient. Then came the unrivaled league, her golden opportunity to shine and cement her name on a new stage. And what did she do? She vanished before the championship game. Not only did she skip playing, she didn't even bother to show up in street clothes to back her team. And here's the kicker. They won without her. So much for being the supposed face of the franchise.
Tyler Marsh is a bum. Jeff P's a bum. They all stink. I'm not taking that away from her. I'm not blaming her for the higher-ups being trash and the roster being horrible.
And now here we are in 2025, new season, same disappearing act. This time the excuse is a back injury. And when did it pop up? Conveniently right as the Sky were free-falling to dead last. The timing couldn't be more suspicious if she announced it with a ticking clock in the background. Let's talk numbers. She's suited up for only 3 games in 4 weeks. 3. And the Sky lost every single one of them, by an average margin of 18 points. That's not just losing, that's getting demolished. You'd think a player hyped as the face of the franchise would step up and fight to turn things around. Instead, she sat out, kept her day-to-day tag, and never missed a beat posting on Instagram.
She's injured, right? Always injured. It was the wrist, and then rivalry, it was something else. And now, guys, it was her back, well, her leg, then her back.
And don't even get me started on the travel issue. Reese flat out refused to travel with the Sky for rivalry games against the Indiana Fever. You know, the team with Caitlin Clark, the matchup the entire league had circled. These are the games that actually matter, that bring in fans. But Angel didn't suit up, didn't sit on the bench, didn't even clap from the sidelines. Funny thing, though, she had no problem traveling for All-Star Weekend or sneaker launches. Apparently, that back injury makes her allergic to charter flights with teammates, but she's perfectly fine hopping on planes for brand deals and photo ops. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark had a legitimate groin injury, one you could actually see happen on the court, and she still traveled, sat with her team, and led huddles. That's professionalism. Angel Reese, she's showing us the exact opposite.
What makes it even worse, guys, she comes back and she says, I want to hoop. Meaning like, okay, I'm done with this, with all of this play around stuff. I think that I'm bored now. I actually miss being on the court. I want to hoop. I want to put on the shorts that...
And now we've got the lawsuit drama piled on top of everything else. Reports say the Chicago Sky actually took legal action against her for abandoning the team mid-season. Think about that. A franchise suing its own supposed star player. That's not just drama. That's full-on soap opera territory. And it doesn't stop there. Word is, her teammates are so over it that they've started separate group chats without her. Imagine being so toxic that your own team doesn't even want you in the text thread. That's not leadership. That's a giant red flag waving in plain sight.
And Angel Reese, feeding into this villain narrative, painted a bigger target on her back that she did not necessarily need. Angel Reese could have went a completely different route.
Even the front office couldn't bite their tongue anymore. GM Jeff P went public, openly saying he needed to see more from their so-called superstar. Let's be honest, when your own boss has to go on record basically begging you to step up, that's as humiliating as it gets. And it's not just management calling it out. Legends of the game are noticing, too. Lisa Leslie herself graded Reese as a C-tier player, while ranking Caitlin Clark in the A-tier. That's a Hall of Famer speaking, not some random troll on social media.
But this is what Angel Reese wanted. She wanted to be the villain. They don't just watch the WNBA because of one player, that one player being the Caucasian chick, Caitlin Clark. They watch it because of me, too.
And fans aren't blind. They picked up on the fact that the Sky actually looks sharper without her. The pace is quicker, the energy is higher, and the ball actually moves instead of getting stuck in forced post-ups. The guards can run the offense, the wings cut harder, the bench gets more involved. The whole team just seems to breathe easier without constantly having to feed one ego on every trip down the court. That's the brutal truth. The team functions better without its so-called star. Reese's absence has become addition by subtraction.
After the game, she said it was ugly. Very ugly for me. But I tried to push through as much as I could for my teammates because I know they need me out there. Okay, it's not clear what the disconnect is between Reese and the organization, but her comments revealed that the recovery process did not go smooth.
She came into the league branded as the Bayou Barbie, but she's quickly turned into Meltdown Barbie. She's hiding behind one of the most questionable back injuries we've ever seen, while her team stumbled to an 8-24 record and was eliminated from playoff contention as early as June. In the past month, she's suited up for only 3 games, all blowout losses by an average of 18 points. She skips traveling with her team for key rivalry games but has no problem showing up for sneaker launches and photo ops. She's been sued by her own franchise, publicly called out by her GM, and reportedly iced out by teammates in group chats she's not even included in. Lisa Leslie herself graded her as C tier, and now fans are saying the Sky actually looked better without her bogging down the offense. And the kicker? She still carries herself as if she's on Caitlin Clark's level.
Exactly what's going on, because they could not find anything, right? Maybe the MRI came back and it was like, we don't see anything. Maybe, just maybe, anybody who knows sports, anybody with a set of eyeballs at work, could see that Angel Reese was full of it.
Angel Reese spends more time hyping sneakers than actually lacing them up. She even compared her Reebok launch to Air Jordans, bold talk for someone averaging 14 points on the league's worst team. Instead of rivalry games, she's staging promo stunts in Caitlin Clark's backyard. And when she finally returned to the lineup, it wasn't for fans or teammates, it was for a photo op with Grandma. On the court, it's the same story, chasing double-doubles while her team gets blown out. Fans see through it, dubbing her Vanishing Barbie and Rebound Clown. Meanwhile, Clark has dominated the so-called rivalry. Indiana is 7-1 against Chicago since Reese entered the league. That's not a rivalry, that's a beatdown. Clark plays through injuries, signs autographs, and carries the WNBA's momentum. Reese skips games, hides behind vague injuries, and shows up when the cameras do. At this point, Clark is the fighter. Reese is the drama. And in sports, perception is everything.